from another gutter in position. Simon and the crew, after all these years, it's time to get this confession off my chest. When I was in my mid-20s, this is the late 80s, I was fortunate to work with a film crew on a production that was based in a studio but also shot in various locations as well. I won't name the film, but it's fair to say that it wasn't a major success. It in fact was to be found in the bargain bucket in Blockbuster video stores very shortly after completion without a cinema release.
Okay.
So it's not a huge hit then.
No.
We might not have seen it. However, it was a very exciting time for me, and I was happy to travel with the camera department as a grip and visit many different locations to film the scenes. There was a young woman with us, Jasmine, who worked as a second assistant to the director. She had blonde, bobbed hair, stunning blue eyes, and was drop-dead gorgeous. Most of the guys on the unit had a crush on her, including myself. But I realised she was completely out of my league, especially she spoke so eloquently. I got the impression that she had a very upper-class upbringing. Simon, the sound man, was obsessed with her. I thought he was addressing me. The sound man is called Simon, and he is obsessed with her. At every opportunity, Simon, the sound man, would be doing his best work trying to impress her. It became daily entertainment to watch Simon engineer situations to get close to Jasmine and use his smile and best lines to win her over. However, even though he was a tall, good-looking guy and also spoke with a rather posh accent, it was all to no avail. We were filming in Fort William for 2 weeks, and therefore all the crew were booked into a hotel. One morning, Jasmine did not show up for work, and we were informed that she'd caught a virus and had to stay in bed at the hotel. That evening, as I went through the reception, I saw Simon with the biggest bouquet. That's Simon the Sandman, by the way.
Yes, not you.
Not me. With the biggest bouquet of beautiful flowers I have ever seen. He was arranging with the receptionist to have them delivered to Jasmine's room.
Sorry.
Ever the romantic.
Yes.
I had to admire his tenacity. He was clearly smitten with the lovely Jasmine. After a few days of convalescing, Jasmine said she felt better, and just by chance, I met her in a lift of the hotel on her first day of returning to work. I said good morning, and she said... and I said that I hoped that she was feeling much better. She then proceeded to tell me that the virus had really knocked her for six, and during her days off, she'd been completely disorientated. So much so that she'd been given a beautiful bouquet of flowers. She was embarrassed. She had no idea who'd sent them. Now, all I said was, "Oh, you did get them then?" And before I could say any more, she gave me a massive hug and thanked me, gushing. It was such a lovely thought.
Well done.
I know that at that precise moment I should have told her that it was Simon, the sound man, not you, Father Simon, who had been the thoughtful one and sent her those flowers. But I was like a rabbit caught in the headlamps. I was captivated by her beaming smile and the intensity of those blue eyes. And instead I simply said, "So glad you like them." She thanked me again, and we walked to the minibus to travel to the location. During the journey, I started to feel anxious. In my defence, I told myself that I'd not directly told a lie. Lovely Jasmine had just made the wrong assumption, and I had failed to correct her. But a sense of dread came over me. Jasmine would be so angry with me when the truth came out, and how would Simon, the sound man, react when he discovered that I had taken all the credit for his kind and expensive deed? What if the whole film unit got to hear about my deceitful act? I just about decided to come clean to Jazz, as I called her. But when I looked across at her, she captivated me again with that smile and those teeth and her natural beauty.
Dear,
she was so fragrant.
Fragrant? Right, lovely.
Oh, I can wait. I thought I won't say anything for a while. Over the next week, Jasmine and I shared coffee breaks together and chatted endlessly. We would sit together at lunchtime on the dining bus. Occasionally I would see Simon peering over with jealousy and look of disappointment, but nothing was ever mentioned about the flowers. I think he saw Jasmine's non-acknowledgement of the bouquet as the ultimate rejection and finally accepted that she really wasn't into him at all. Jazz and I started seeing each other out of work time as well. We became exceptionally close. It was a complete surprise to me, but she seemed to be so happy in my company. I was tempted to confess about the flowers on a number of occasions, but I couldn't bring myself to burst this perfect bubble that we were in. We had a magical time together, Father Simon. However, the relationship didn't last long after the film production had finished. I went back to my humble abode, she went back to her castle, and our lives went in different ways. I guess you could say we had a brief but very happy affair together, which I always recall with fondness. However, I do feel guilty and request forgiveness for misleading the beautiful Jasmine and thus not giving her the opportunity to thank Simon the Sound Man for the wonderful flowers. And also to Simon for accepting the gratitude that was rightly his and letting him think he had been snubbed by the girl of his dreams. This story has never been told until today. So now is the time to confess, says Micky the Grip, to Simon the Sound Man. Sister Susie, I think, might be quite harsh on this one.
Well, yeah, I just think, it's lovely to get flowers, and, you should thank the person that gave you the flowers, the right person, and taking responsibility for someone else's. He spent a lot of money on those flowers, and you just went, yeah, that was me. And if you were meant to be, then it would have happened. So I'm sorry, Micky. Can't forgive you.
Brother from another gutter.
Should have left a note, Simon. Should have left. Did they not teach you that at Posh Boy School? Leave a note with the flowers. Then Jasmine would have known.
She was disorientated. She was ill.
Unlucky, sunshine. Looks like not everything's going to go your way on your daddy's yacht. And for that reason, I choose to forgive.
I don't know where Daddy's yacht comes
One
into.
strike for the little guy.